I'll tell you when. See, it takes a second to like go through. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Da, 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 da. All right, and we are live.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Mindset Monday. We have another special episode and show for you guys. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how much we love being Black in celebration of Black History Month. So, we're going to get into it. I'm letting Dan into Instagram Live now. And I feel like I didn't do what I said I was going to do.
We're gonna get into it. I'm letting Dan.
What's up, Ty? Okay, you're good now. You're good.
Okay, we're good to
Yes.
go. Hi, everyone. Happy Black History Year. Happy Mindset
Yes.
Monday. All the feels. Hello, everyone who is joining us. We're so excited about this. Hey, Vanessa. Hi. Who that dear?
Who that dear? It's us, Ty. It's us. It's us. What's
Hello,
up, guys?
hello. We're just gonna. My
No,
bad.
I was just reintroducing the topic. We talking about how much we love being Black, and feel free to join the conversation. You know how we love interaction. So the questions that we throw out, we want y'all to answer too.
Vibe
Like
with us.
right. Y'all Black, we Black. Hey, Erica, where is this look during our sessions? Yo, shut up. Yo, I cannot.
All right, I'm just
Yo.
sending out the live to a few beautiful people. And
Hey,
yeah, I'm
beauty.
excited about today's live. I'm just
Listen,
excited.
it's Black History Month. If you love being Black, share this live. If you love being Black, share this live with your Black friends, your Black family.
You sound like we at the club. Yo, but I ain't mad at it. Yes, yes. All right. I think I've clicked enough sends.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Do it. Hey. So just a little background, right? Dan and her sister-in-law and we have a group chat. And in our group chat, we do like gratitude challenges. So every day we say what we're grateful for. And we I was gonna tell the whole story, but we thought we was gonna do like a Black History Month grateful challenge, whatever, and then we was just like, all right, like let's not do that because we would have to create it and all this good stuff.
Right.
So Danielle, she was like, well, in celebration of Black History Month, we could just start right now. And this was yesterday. And you asked, what are you most grateful for about being Black? And I love that question. And then Patrell, which is, our other friend in the group chat, she was just like, oh, you guys should do Mindset Monday around like being Black and being grateful and stuff. And we were like, yes, like you're a genius. Like,
yeah, so now here we are celebrating our Blackness and all the things that we're grateful about, because let's not lie, being Black is so dope. It's so fun. It's so amazing. And so we just want to celebrate and all of that. So if you are happy to celebrate Black history, we got to also talk about the shirts.
Oh my
God. The hoodies.
Y'all already know.
Yes, it is definitely a group conversation. What do you love about being Black? What do you love about Black culture? What do you love about all of it? Let's really get into the group.
Yes, like we want to hear y'all. So let's start off. What are we most grateful for? Or should we? I'll start off with why we're wearing the I Am Enough.
Yes, I think that's a really good idea.
The I Am Enough hoodie. So as you know, or you may not know, but you're about to find out. This is my I Am Enough anniversary hoodie. And so my most popular design is the I Am Enough design. And then for its 1 year anniversary in October, I decided to, make a new design around I Am Enough. So my first design, it's really about like self-confidence and empowerment and just feeling good about yourself. But this design specifically is about being enough, but being Black, like being a Black woman or a Black man and feeling like I am enough, because I feel like like when we do stuff, right? It's like, oh, that's ghetto. Like, oh, look at that black person over there, or whatever. But then,
Or it's too
and
much.
right, talking too much. Like, oh, back in the day, it was like, oh, your lips are too big. Oh, your butt is too big. Oh, this, that, and um, we kind of had to conform to society to fit in. And then while we were doing that, they were taking everything that we were, right? So now it's like well, we're not celebrated enough, but I feel like we're celebrated, but through someone else's image. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but all that to say, I created this I am enough design to say, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care how dark you are, how light you are, if your body shape, if you're bigger, if you're smaller, if you have natural hair, if you have a weave, if you have a perm, like whatever you have, like, as a black person, you are enough, and never let society or anyone tell you differently. So that is basically in a nutshell why I created the I am enough design. And thank you for wearing it tonight, Dan.
Duh. I need to get a
Duh.
t-shirt because I'll be hot in these hoodies. But yes, and make sure y'all go cop them 20% off at weinspiretees.com.
Oh yeah, thank you for mentioning that. Like, what type of business owner am I? I didn't even
I
tell the
got you.
people that I'm running a sale right now. So thanks, Dan.
I got you. I got you. And I am Keisha's most trusted, professional, most respected model. So if
Yes.
you ever see me on the website, I'll sign autographs, but like give me a minute because I have so much to do. I'm booked and busy, obviously. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She really is though.
yes, and it's always so much fun doing photo shoots, which reminds me, we haven't seen Rashad in a while, so I'm gonna send him an invitation.
I sent it to him.
I'm gonna send it to him too.
Okay, good, good, good.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
So let's get into it.
All right. You want to start? What, or do you want me to start? What are you
You can
grateful?
start.
What are you grateful for about being Black?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's so many things that I'm grateful for. I can't even remember what my answer was yesterday, or was it yesterday? Do you remember my answer?
The
It's okay.
swag. It
Oh
was the
yeah.
swag.
Because I remember that my answer was like kind of superficial. But I'm okay with that because I know there's so much depth in people's culture in general, but especially Black culture, right? And
Mhm.
so I was like, I know like the strength and like that stuff is great, but I was just like, yo, Black people are just so damn swaggy. Like I just love the swag. Like you think about someone who's Black, you think that someone can dance. Now I'm not saying that they can. I know Black people that can't dance, right?
Me too.
But but it's just like the vibe that I think about when I think about Black. I think about like cookouts, and I think about
Yeah.
like just like all of the things that are just like, look, I can't stop dancing and there's no music. Like I just love the swag of being Black. And so instead of going with something super, super deep, the first thing I thought about was like, yo, Black people are just so swaggy. I'd like to think I'm swaggy. Some people might think I'm corny, but I think I'm a nice little mix of
It's balance. It's balance.
yeah, but overall the culture is just dope. I just love the swag.
Nah.
What are you most grateful for?
I am most grateful for our culture. Man, like I love our culture. So the food, the music, the movies. Yes, our soul and energy.
Yes.
Yes, I love that. Like I love the TV shows. Like I love our culture, and I feel like it doesn't matter where you go as a Black person, right? Like, and I'm speaking for, foundational Black Americans, for African Americans. I feel like no matter where I go in the world, if I come across like an African American and I say something like, what's one thing your grandmother used to say to you all the time, like when you were little? So I feel like we're gonna have stuff in common, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I love that. Like, I love that we can connect even
I
if
was
we
just
don't.
about to say that.
Yeah, like we can connect, like even if we don't know each other. Like drop in the chat some things your grandmother.
I was just writing that. I was just writing that. What were you gonna say? Drop in the chat what?
Some things your grandmother or your mother used to say to you as a kid. I bet you we have stuff in
drop
common.
it in the chat. I'm gonna try to type it.
Drop that joint in the chat. Like we have, like we're just so connected. And like you said, Dan, like a good cookout. Oh my gosh. Like it's nothing like it. The food, the music, the vibes, just being around loved ones and stuff. Like it's so unmatched. Like I love our culture.
Right. That's why everybody want to be invited to the cookout. Right. Because it's just a vibe. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fun fact, Keisha has cookouts for her birthday, and one of the best cookouts was her. What was the I mean, we all wore red, black, and green, and we had a time.
That was probably my favorite birthday.
Yeah,
you gotta like right. Who you yelling at? You yelling at?
If you could find one, maybe post a picture on your stories or something. Who you yelling at, right? Post a picture on your story so that after this, y'all check out Keisha's like if you can, any memories or whatever.
Yeah, it was my 28th birthday. I called it Keisha's Conscious Cookout. So it was all about, you had to wear red, black, and green, or red, black, or green. Like those were the theme. That was the theme. I had my DJ, I had I had the food and the drinks, like everything was just flowing. Like it was just so freaking dope.
It was
like
so fun. I sang the Black National Anthem.
She sang the Black National Anthem. Everyone that I freaking loved was there. Like it was just so dope. That was the last birthday I spent with my grandmother. Like that was the last birthday she was alive. So it's just like everything. Like, oh my God.
Vanessa says here, my mom used to say, I'm not one of your little friends. Yes. Yes. My mother used to always tell me, you think you cute. And I'd be like, I never understood that one. Like, I was just like, so it's bad to think I'm cute, but why I think I'm cute? Because I did something wrong. I never understood that one. But now I get it because now I use it.
Of course. It's just like passed down.
Yeah, right. Like, you think you cute over there.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the things, you want me to give you something to cry about?
Oh my gosh. What did you say out of your mouth? I was gonna say, drop in the chat if y'all want to hear me sing the Black National Anthem. I think we can all together, just let me know. Because other than being a model, I'm also a Grammy-winning vocalist. So
a Grammy-winning karaoke star.
I am. Friends can attest to that.
Yo. And another thing that I did for the cookout, I gave out a conscious book list. So like I but I listed like all of my favorite books from like Black authors and things like that. And then like I put it on like red and green paper and like I handed it out as like giveaways. Man, that joint.
That's your next cookout when the world open back up.
It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
Yo, that joint was mad fun. It was mad
so much fun.
So that brings me to the next question about a book written by a Black author. Like, what's a book that you're grateful for or an author that you're grateful for?
So I had trouble. Well, you want to go? Well, I'll go. Whatever. I had trouble with this one because I was like, the first person that came to mind was Richard Wright. And I remember reading Native Son, and I remember just like vividly remembering, like vividly seeing the story happen and how this young boy was like falsely accused. And it was so sad, incredibly sad. And I picked up the book more than once and I read it more than once. And I don't know why I felt such a connection or such a drive to read it again. But I would say, yeah, I have it here. Native Son. Yeah, Native Son by Richard Wright.
Oh,
it has a few different covers, and I have a few of them. Again, I don't know why I have this book so many times. Oh, look, I got coupons in here. $100 bill. But yeah, it's definitely a book that I hold near and dear, and I don't know why. I just always go back to it.
I love it. I freaking love it. So the book that I'm bringing to the table is Medical Apartheid. So when I read this book like maybe 4 years ago, and when I say my jaw dropped, I was just like, because it talks about like all of the experiments and like things like that. Once again, it's medical apartheid. And yeah, just all the experiments that was done on Black people. So like I feel like, just in a time that we're in right now, I feel that it was important to kind of mention this book because we're talking about like COVID vaccines and things like that. And a lot of people, a lot of Black people are skeptical, as well they should be. I know that I am, and I won't be getting the vaccine. I don't know if I will ever, but yeah, that's just that. But when people talk about their skepticism about the vaccine, they typically reference like the Tuskegee experiments and things like that. But there's so much more, and this book highlights this. So
I'll do
title
it.
in the chat. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yep, I
called
got
Medical Apartheid. It's, oh man, like it's really phenomenal, and it goes back to like slavery, like, so it, please read it. Henrietta Lacks, like everything, like it talks about everything. So just make sure you get this book. Like it's real. It's real. It had me, I think I read it right before I started going to Dr. Rose Danielle. So Dr. Rose is a holistic doctor that Danielle introduced me to. And after reading this book, I was just like, I don't know if I want to go to like a regular doctor anymore because
yeah.
it does get real. It does get real. And you think, who can I trust? And I feel that Black people, and I'm not telling you guys to go to the doctor, not go to the doctor or anything.
Right.
You need to go to the doctor, go to the doctor.
Yes.
But it does stick in your mind, who do I trust? As
Mm-hmm.
a Black person, can I trust even another Black doctor? Right? Because I remember in one of our lives last year, I spoke about systems, and we spoke about systems, how when people are part of the government, it's like they're part of that system. So even if they're not racist, they're part of a racist system. Now, when
Mm-hmm.
you go into the medical field, it's kind of the same thing where, maybe a specific person is not racist, but the system that built them, the system that gave them their education is racist. So it's like,
Yeah.
do we trust it? It's just crazy. Like it really
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
And it
And I think
becomes
it's a personal
overwhelming.
decision. Oh, sorry, Keish.
No. I just said that it becomes overwhelming.
Yeah, it does. The more that you learn, oh my goodness, you're just like, wow, like you said, who do I trust? And I think it's such a great thing that you gave that book, because whether people are pro or against the vaccine, like I will never tell anyone what to do, but
Right.
it's really good to have information on both sides, whatever decision you're making, even if you're already like, gung ho about getting it or gung ho about not getting it, making sure
Hmm.
that you're fully informed about what you're doing in any instance, but especially when it comes to your health and your well-being is so important. So I'm glad that you gave that other perspective as well.
Yeah, I agree. And I like the fact that you said you don't tell people what to do, because
Mm-mm.
that's not what we're here to do, right? We're
Mm-mm.
here to give information. We're
Yeah.
here to enlighten you, and then you make your own informed decision. We're
Yeah.
here to tell you about our experiences. So, but yeah, that book definitely creeped me. Not, it didn't creep me out, but it tripped me up. Like I was a little tripped up. Like, oh my God,
Knowledge will do that to you. It's like,
it
oh,
will.
now I understand why ignorance is bliss, because it's a
Right,
lot. It's a
child.
lot when you learn new things. And
It
then, like you
is.
said, what do I do with that? Like,
Yep.
now that I know this, what do I do?
Right, because you can't unknow it.
You
It's just
can't.
like, I learned it, and now I have this information. And it's funny because that's how I felt when I watched Hidden Colors for the first time.
Oh, girl.
Man, I don't, go watch Hidden Colors if you haven't. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I always talk about Hidden Colors, especially if you follow my personal page. That's something that I always talk about: Hidden Colors parts 1 through 5. And it goes into our real history, because we all know that we don't learn our real history in school.
No.
Even me going to an HBCU, I went to Dell State, and we did not learn our true history. And not to bash my alma mater or anything, but it's like it's still preparing you for this system of white supremacy, right? So whether you're at an HBCU or PWI, wherever you are, it's still preparing you for a system. I mean, yeah, to be in the system, to be part of this system. And I didn't know that, right? So I was about 20, I want to say 22, 23 when I first watched Hidden Colors. And it, when I tell you mind blowing, like completely mind blowing about our true history, like not talking about slavery or anything like that, but really getting into like our roots in Africa and roots in Europe, right? So how we influenced Europe so much and how we influenced the entire world. So like our roots, our I can't even think of the word right now, but like we just had this major influence over every part of the world. And it just like it was just mind blowing. And I was just like, whoa, like I had no idea that like this much of history was part of me, this much of good history was part of
Right,
me.
because
So
history starts with slavery a lot of times. And I know, like, as an educator, like, I don't even like, there's nothing wrong with knowing about slavery. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, our history did not start at slavery.
right.
And it's like we learn that, in school. And it really does do a disservice to Black children and to
Mhm,
any other race that
mhm,
learns about, our history. It started way before the slave ship. So it's
right.
really important to understand like what it means, to be Black, where our roots came from and the impact that it's
Mhm.
had. That'll give you a
Yeah.
whole nother swag. If you think your beginning started on a slave ship, that gives you a completely different swag if you really understand like where history has like birthed this great,
Facts.
So
Facts.
Hidden Colors. I remember Keisha put me on the Hidden Colors, and we were on our way to Cali, and I watched it on the plane, and I was just like
What?
the whole time.
For real.
So
Like
definitely check out Hidden Colors if you're ready for some truth, some like just give it to you straight.
right. And what I will say is keep an open mind.
Yeah,
So
definitely keep
not
an open mind.
yeah, and not everything that you see or watch like you have to agree with or anything, but like just keep an open mind. And it's
Yeah.
funny because I had talks like to friends, obviously not you, but like to friends in the past about certain things, about certain things. And this one friend, she said to me, "Oh, you're reading all these books and like you're watching these documentaries. Like, how do you know that is true?" Like, and she's a black girl. She's like, "How you know that's true?" And
Mhm.
everything that I was telling her was about black empowerment, was positive things about us. And I was just like, well, you go and you believe the white professor that we have. So why is it when I'm telling you something positive about us and our history that now it's looked down upon, now it's questioned, and I
Mhm.
never understood that. So it's like when you get your information from certain sources, you believe it, but then when you get it from other sources, you don't. Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's also important to note for self. Hi,
I was just about to put a hand. Hi, Lynn.
Lynn.
And hi, everyone else who joined. We are kicking off Black History Month with celebrating why we love being Black, what we're grateful for about being Black. Keisha mentioned that we have been doing a gratitude challenge for the last 30 days with another friend of ours, well, my sister, and a friend of Keisha's. And we decided to take that gratitude challenge and expand it into Black History Month. So,
Yes, yes,
yeah, we
yes.
talked about what we're grateful for. We talked about some literature that we love. That's like really, just dope to read by Black authors. And now, what are some obstacles or challenges that you have had as a woman of color, as a Black woman, and that you are now grateful for?
Um, I'm gonna go into the hair conversation.
Oh,
I gotta take it.
this is a
I
really
gotta take it to the hair. I really do
yes.
because I just feel like And I went back and I, in the beginning, how I said that back in the day we were teased about certain things, about certain looks and what we wore, how we looked, how our bodies was, whatever. We were also teased about weaves, right?
Mhm.
So if you had a weave, if you had extensions, right, you were teased for that. Like back in the day, it wasn't easy to just like, oh yeah, I got a weave. Like that's something that's like, oh, you got a weave, like. So now I definitely embrace it, and it took some time to embrace, right? So for
Mhm.
me, I went through certain stages. So for me, I didn't embrace weaves for another reason. So my reason is when I became part of like the conscious community, and I recognized like what my blackness really was, and I was natural. I felt like wearing a weave or wearing a wig, wearing any type of straight hair, even straightening my own hair, I was just like, oh no, I can't do that because like I'm going against who I am as a conscious woman. Like I want people to know that I love my natural hair. And I just feel that, like that's not a good mindset, because self-love is self-love. So when you really love self, you don't care about what other people think. So
Mhm.
I was in that mindset, and it was I say looking back, it was definitely a challenge for me. Because sometimes I did want to have like a different look, but I was just like, nah, I can't go against the community. Like I can't go against, like being conscious. Like I have to have my fro, like I have to have my curls because I'm black. Like, and I love being black. So, but it's like having a weave, having a wig, like whatever it is, straightening your hair. It doesn't mean that you love being black any less. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you still can't contribute to the black community, right? Like you just got a different look. And that's what's
Yeah.
dope about black women, that I feel like we really introduce like the different hairstyles. Like what? Please. I got a weave today, braids tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. My
And
clients be like, your hair is different every time I see you. I'm like, girl, I might do my hair tonight. Listen, depends how I feel when I get off this live. But it's true. The versatility of just you can do what you want. And I love that you mentioned that because like, it does mean a lot to be a part of a community and like, you learn more and like you're like, these are my people,
Mhm.
and it's still also important that you're still true to yourself. And if you want to
Exactly.
do something and you know who you are and you know what
Mhm.
values you have, then do the thing.
Exactly. And that's true freedom, right? Like we
Yeah,
always preach freedom. It's like, but true freedom is doing whatever you want to do as long as you're making yourself happy and you're making other people happy. Well, not making other people happy,
exactly.
but
Well,
loving
you're not
other
hurting
people.
anyone else.
Exactly. You're not hurting other people. Like you're just spreading love.
Yeah.
So that is mine, like as far as a challenge that I've overcome that I'm now grateful for.
I would say I really had to think about this one because I couldn't think of something off the top of my head. But one thing that I think I was a challenge. It was definitely a culture shock, and I'm so grateful for it. And I'm grateful for the experience was going to a predominantly white school. Well, for
Mm.
college. Fun fact, when I was growing up, I didn't know anybody white. I knew one white kid in my class, but everybody was either black or Spanish. That's what I thought. I didn't know Dominican, Puerto Rican, or anything
Right,
like that.
right,
Black or the language of Spanish, right? That's
right,
all
right.
I learned. And so I didn't know white people until I was in high school, like really have
Mhm.
relationships and stuff like that, because I went to a school where oh Lord, the area was a little bit more diverse with white people and Black and Hispanic people. So,
Right.
anyways, when I went to college, I chose the school because it was different from home. I didn't necessarily choose it for the demographic, but I chose it because it was this beautiful school in the mountains. And I live in the city. So I was like, I don't want to go to school in the city. I want to go to school somewhere completely different. And I'm so grateful for that experience. But it was a huge culture shock to go to a school where everyone looked different than I did.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't experience any like outright racism, or if I did, I just didn't realize it. But I do remember just feeling like, wow, I really don't belong here, you know?
Mm.
Class and you're like the only Black girl. So you become like the voice of the people. And it's like, well, I have a voice, but like someone else might have a different opinion. Just because I'm Black doesn't mean that, you know, I can speak for Black people.
Right.
And so it was very uncomfortable at times and just feeling like I didn't necessarily belong. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, I feel that it was a beautiful experience for me. I wish college was like 8 years. Like, let's start. I don't know how to make it work, but like,
That would
I don't want
be
the school, but I wish that I could have different experiences. Jessica, girl, I was just thinking about you because I was talking about Oneonta and I was talking about how it felt to be a woman of color, a Black woman in Oneonta. And Jessica, she can even explain. She's had very interesting situations dealing with racism in Oneonta, but I don't, okay, maybe not 8 years for college, but I do wish that I could have had both experiences because I loved my experience in Oneonta, but I would
mm-hmm.
love to have gone to a Black college. Like, I want to
Woo!
be watching the drumline. Like, hello, like, what was the point of the movie if I couldn't go to the school?
It's
Um,
nothing like it, man. Well, I
yeah,
can't,
so
I don't have anything to compare it to, but I would
yeah.
imagine that there's nothing like it.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is one of the reasons why I do appreciate that challenge was because I was a part of the small community. We were
Mm-hmm.
able to do whatever we wanted. Like we were a
Right.
part of the Black Student Union that we called the Students of Color Coalition. If we wanted to do an event, we did the event. If we wanted,
Mm-hmm.
like, there were no limits because there was really no other like competition. It was like the group of Black
Mm.
kids, you know, and then the rest of the school. And so I appreciate that because it allowed me to really like just hone. Oh, Alana. I loved Alana. Alana used to drop t-shirts every semester and it would be just different colors. And I would feel real cool if I had like my royal blue one, like, oh, y'all too young for that one. Y'all didn't have the royal blue one or whatever, because each semester would, you know, kind of age you. Yeah, but like there were groups like Alana and SCC and even like the gospel choir. But I appreciate that we were able to just run and do what we wanted, being a
Mhm.
part of those student unions and having the college pay for it. And so I do appreciate that. And I think that was an obstacle of being the minority, but also being able to use that as like, okay, we're the only ones here. Like we're the group of the only ones here. Let's do it.
Right. I love that. You know,
Yeah, only days.
it's funny because it brought me back to my college decision, and I didn't want to go to an HBCU. Like when I was in high school, I didn't want to go to, I wanted to go to a SUNY. And I said, well, I don't want to go to an HBCU because I wanted diversity. So I wanted, like the different cultures and all of that great stuff. So, but when I visited an HBCU my senior year, the HBCU that I went to, I visited and I freaking loved it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going here. So it was like, forget about the SUNYs that I was accepted to. I'm going to Delaware State University. And when I went, I discovered the diversity among Black people. So, like in my mind, as a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, it's like Black is Black, right? But it's like, no, you're Black from New York, but you didn't meet the Black people from DC, the Black people from Virginia, the Black people from Jersey, like even Jersey. I was just like, why you talk like that? You from Jersey, like you right next door.
You're not that far away. Why you sound like that?
Sound like that. The Black people from Philly, like just shout out to like the Black people all over, because we really, even though we can connect. So in the beginning, we were talking about how no matter where we go, we know we can connect on certain things, but there's still differences. So like there's still like different music, like I went to college and I learned about like the DC music and like Beat Your Feet and all, and I'm just like, what the heck is this? Like, what
These people doing over here?
right? I'm like, what is happening? And they was wearing like New Balances. I'm like, New Balance? Where's y'all Jordans at?
Where's your ups? What's happening?
Right, where's y'all ups? Like, what are y'all doing? You know, so I just thought that was so cool. And I realized that like freshman year, I was just like, whoa, like I didn't know that there was going to be diversity. I thought we were all going to be the same. And even like the girls from like New York versus the girls from like DC, Maryland and stuff like that. Like the girls from DC, Maryland, when I say they was dressing up full makeup, hair, heels for 8 o'clock classes, and we was just like, oh nah, we got on our sneakers, we got our hoodies, like we was not dressing up like but yeah, like it was just differences that I definitely embrace, and I don't regret going to an HBCU at all. Like I love it. I loved every minute of it. Except for the student loans, but that's another story.
Oh, whatever. They're gonna be paid off real soon anyway.
Right. Whatever.
I love that we both had very different experiences in college, but like had very fulfilling experiences.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like, so for grad school, I went to Brooklyn College. So I ended up going to a CUNY, but I didn't stay on campus. So I was commuting. So it was just like going to high school. Like, so I don't really have anything to compare it to, you know, and I wasn't really part of any clubs or anything like that in grad school. I was trying to graduate.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't know how many people know or care. It's not really that serious, but I didn't graduate from Oneonta. I left after 4 years because my grades weren't high enough to get into my methods courses. So I would have had to, and I was short by like, not even kidding, by like point like 2 or like it was something so close. And I had to, commuting is so much different. I had to stay like a whole nother year to get my average up. And I'm like, I'm not spending a year. First of all my friends have graduated. So I'm not staying there by myself. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care if that sounds crazy, but I'm not. 2, it's expensive to be there for a whole nother year. Then to have to go, I was not doing it. So I actually transferred from Oneonta in my 4th year, and I went to a CUNY, and I went to City College, which I love City College. For no reason in particular. I think it's just a beautiful school. And so I understand the commuting life too, which I could walk to school. So that was kind of cool.
Man, I wish. I went to Brooklyn College and I live in the Bronx. So that commute, for those of you who do not know New York, that is a 2-hour commute there and back. So I was spending 4 hours on public transportation.
And I was just walking.
Right, exactly.
I wake up an hour before. It was like I was on campus because like the walk to school was like, I don't know, 25 minutes. So I was like, Anyway, we digress.
Yeah, because we can talk about this, right? Like that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I'm super grateful for my HBCU experience.
I'm grateful for it too, girl. That's another story. But
we'll save that for Midnight Monday.
That sounds like it could go a few other ways. Wait, time out. The Midnight Monday has nothing to do with Keisha and I. I just have to make that clear just in case. Yes, college stories, we'll save that for another time.
No, I was talking about when you visited me.
I know.
Oh.
We'll save it for Midnight Monday. I just wanted to make it clear that it wasn't anything like frisky.
Oh, yeah. No. It was crazy, anyway, but it wasn't frisky.
Moving on. What is something that you are grateful about with our Black men? Go ahead, Keish.
The menses. I love our Black men.
I said not the menses.
The menses. Yes, honey. Oh, man. I love our Black men. And I feel like I'm going to go to like definitely the swag of a Black man. Just his masculine energy. So I don't subscribe to the whole toxic masculinity thing. I mean, it's like if you're a bad person, you're a bad person, like period. Like, but there needs to be masculine and feminine energy, right? So I love a masculine Black man, a masculine, confident, Black man, like one that he loves himself, he loves his culture, he loves Black women, he protects Black women. And for those of you that see like, oh yeah, black men don't protect Black women,
Let's not get me started.
I mean,
That is not true.
I feel like we kind of have to talk about that.
We should talk about that a little bit more, about these perpetual myths that go around and one person says it and then people circulate it. And now you got other people looking at us like this, because I can name at least 10 Black men that support, that protect, that love Black women. So there are some people that don't, but there's some Italian men that don't support Italian women. Don't make that thing.
Right. And that's Black men that are married to Black women.
Yes. And love it.
And love it.
Married to a Black woman.
He got a good one, girl. He got a good one.
A lot of wonderful, amazing Black men out there. So if you were ever one of the people perpetuating that Black men don't protect Black women, I ain't gonna tell you what to say or what not to say, but just be careful, because sometimes those things are things that are said, that are injected into our community so that we can start to believe it. And how do you know?
Divide and conquer.
Tory Lanez did something. Well, that's another story. But possibly to Meg, like. So now all Black men, like, nah, you can't. Right. That's so dangerous. And then the young people hear it. These kids hear it. And then they repeat it. And they think, oh yeah, Black men. So stop. I'm sorry.
No, but it really is a divide and conquer. It really is like they put those narratives out there. And when I say they, I mean the system of white supremacy, right? So I don't mean a white person. So anybody that subscribes to the system of white supremacy, you could be white, you could be Black, you could be Hispanic, whatever it is, you know, those narratives are put out there to divide our community, to keep us divided, because they understand that we are more powerful together. So if some people have this mentality and then other people don't, then we're fighting about that, you know? So it's just like, let's stop with the narrative, you know, and God bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, like, I love how our Black men protect us. And I actually had, I don't know if you remember, Dan, but last year I had a conversation with someone and she was just saying like the opposite of what we're saying about like Black men don't really like Black women. Black men don't protect Black women. Black men are and I'm just like, well, I don't know what Black men you've been around, but I've been around some pretty dope Black men that love Black women, that protect Black women, that are really dope Black men. And I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh yeah, like no, like I'm not going to come down on my brothers. Like I'm not going to do that. So yeah, like, but yeah, that's what I love about Black men. And then one thing, like, I don't know if it's weird to you guys, but I love
what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be tight.
Okay, say it with you.
No, you go. I want to hear it now because I'm wondering.
Okay, one thing that I love to see is a Black man behind the wheel.
Oh, okay.
I love seeing a Black man drive. I'm like, man, I'll be on the side like, just look at him drive.
On the passenger side, like, hold on, wait, which side's the passenger side? Yes, take control. Take me somewhere.
Yes, like I don't have to do it. I'm just sitting back and relaxing while you. Man, I love it. Listen.
Well, what I was going to say, which yes, you didn't take it, is I absolutely love when I see Black men having fun together, like just laughing, joking, cracking on each other, having a good time. Like I would just sit there and watch, like. I just love it. I love the vibe. I love the camaraderie. I love all of it.
I don't know why I didn't remember that. That's something that
I'm glad you did it because you was gonna take my answer.
I freaking love that about Black men. Like
I love when a Black man. I was like, I hope she don't say be with us.
No, I love that relationship. Like Black men and their friendships. Yeah. Black men that got Black friends, like I think we spoke about this one time. Like I could sit back and just look, like, and just watch them like just vibe together. Like I love that.
I got one more.
That.
I got one more. and Black men and their sons.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. For
This
me,
is
it would be
such
Black men and their kids, like in
okay.
general. But
Yeah, because I guess it's the same thing with the daughter. It's a different, like, it hits me at a different awe. Like with the daughter, it's like, oh, and with the son, it's like, oh, it's not, neither is greater, but it's just a different, hitting me in different places. But yeah, just Black men and their children. It's just so, like, I just love it. I just love seeing the love,
yeah,
the
I,
generations.
I love it. Like I love a dope Black man. Like it's not. Oh man, I just feel like we're so freaking dope.
Yeah, being
We're
Black
so
is
dope.
great. It's fun. It's
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 hard at times. It's definitely hard at times, but I wouldn't. Hey, Calvin. Yes, Black man. Like I wouldn't trade it for the world.
mm-mm.
I would not. So all of our like everything about our culture, like just everything about us, like I would not trade it.
Oh.
It's like why? For what? Like
For
I just
what?
feel like we like because we are the standard, and this is like no shot to anyone, of course, but like I just feel like we're the standard. Like we create the standards of culture in the world. Like even people that I know in other parts of the world, they look at Black American culture to be cool. It's
Right.
like, oh, if you're doing something that a Black American is doing, then you're cool.
Yeah.
Like, oh, then you legit, like you got it. And that's freaking dope. Like that's dope. We're freaking dope.
What a way to start Black History Month. Yeah, man.
Yes, yes. So Dan, tell the people what you got going on, honey.
What does she have going on?
Yes,
So,
she.
all right, a few things. So, number one, if you are in the tri-state area, you should book your massages or Reiki sessions with MJ Spa because if you'd like a hypno massage or a hypno Reiki, you might just be like experiencing some hypnosis from your girl. So I
Yes.
partner with MJ Spa, and I'm going to be able to give them additional services, providing hypnosis for, like I said, Reiki and for massages. And so I'm so excited. It's such a beautiful opportunity. I love MJ Spa. It's
Yes.
beautiful Latina owned small business, and they're about their stuff. So I'm so happy to be working with them. So that is that. And also I am relaunching Confidence Unlimited. I don't have a date yet. I'm not sure yet, but I'm so excited because I've been working on revamping some things and all of that good stuff. So Confidence Unlimited, be on the lookout if you're interested. Hit me up because Confidence Unlimited is so dope. And
It
oh,
is.
and I'm also working on branding, which is a whole nother story. I'll talk a little bit more about that next Mindset Monday. But I am looking to work with some people with branding. I already have a few branding clients, which is so crazy because I never like put that out there and then like
Right.
that. So that's a whole nother story. I'm working out what that's gonna look like as well. So those are the things, Keish,
Yes.
going
And
on.
don't forget about the clients that you have through my course. So
Oh, your course. What your course? Please tell me more.
So if you guys do not know, I teach new and aspiring entrepreneurs how to start a profitable t-shirt business in order to make an extra stream of income. And my course did launch last week, which is super amazing. But the next one is in March. So, that's next month. That's next
Like
month.
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. So if you're interested in starting your t-shirt business, definitely book a game plan call with me this month so that I can get you started. And it is Black History Month. So as you can see, me and Danielle are wearing my I Am Enough anniversary hoodies, and all I Am Enough anniversary apparel is on sale. It is 20% off. So whether you're getting a shirt or a hoodie for a man, woman, or child, it is 20% off. And the code you can use all month. So it's not one code per customer. If you are a returning customer, like, so let's say you get something today and you want to get something again on the 22nd, like you can still use that code and get 20% off. So I'm excited about that.
What's the code?
Oh, Black First.
Okay. I had to make
was
sure.
Like, what is the code? That's a good question.
I typed it, but I didn't want to send it unless I was right. So
yeah, that's a good question. The code is Black First. So use the code Black First to get 20% off all I Am Enough anniversary apparel. So red, black, and green. Not the you know,
not the
original. Huh?
Not the regular schmegular.
Right, exactly. Not the original I Am Enough, only the red, black, and green. So that's what I have going on. I have my course. I have my I Am Enough sale. And also, if you are an entrepreneur looking to start your online store, you can book sessions with me. Or you can check out my Shopify video training. And one last thing, I was gonna say long overdue, but it's just a little overdue.
It's right on time, girl. What is it?
It's right on time.
It's right on time. What is it?
Yes. Thank you, Virtual Black Business Crawl. It's right on time. So I'm gonna be launching my T-shirt marketing 101 ebook. Yes. So that's going to be launching. I'm looking at the end of February if I could get everything together. So I'm super happy about that.
Yes, I'm so excited for you. So excited about how you've grown, how we've grown, how I'm growing. I love it. I'm so inspired whenever we do these things. And yeah, it's so dope. So definitely cop your I Am Enough anniversary hoodie or your anniversary tee. Actually, I should probably get a tee because I be hot. Definitely hit up Keisha if you're looking to start your profitable t-shirt business. She is the girl for you. She's very thorough. I learned so much from her, and I will always advocate for that. Hit me up if you're looking for coaching, if you're looking for hypnosis. We do hypnosis for weight loss. We do hypnosis for everything. And if you're not really feeling as confident and you want to figure out how to get that real confidence in your life and that real self-love, hit me up. We can get on a call as well. And I would love to talk to you.
Let's do it. Thank you, everybody. Happy Black History Month. And we will be back next week, Monday, for another Mindset Monday. Have a beautiful week.
Yay. Bye.